Add another worksheet or set of notes here to get you ready for your worksheet. We want to be able to order numbers, and we also want to be able to do order of operations. We want to order these numbers from least to greatest. And so if you look here, we have a 1.01, a 0.101, a 0.11, and a 0.0001. So we can identify which one's going to be smallest by looking at the zeros. So this one starts with a 1, this one starts with a 0, 0, and 0. So all three of these are going to be smaller. And then from there, we look at the 0.10, the 0.11, and the 0.00. So if you look at those next numbers, you've got a 10, an 11, and 2 zeros. So this one is going to be your smallest. 0.001 is going to be less than, so we get rid of that guy. Then out of these two, which one's smaller? Well, this one is a 10, this one's an 11. So you got the 0.101, and then we've got the 0.11, and then we've got the 1.01. So those are, in fact, the correct order for least to greatest. This one looks a little bit more complicated as you have these fractions. And so, how do we tell the difference between these? Well, you might think of it like this. 3/2 is the same as 1 and 1/2. 9/8 is the same as 1 and 1/8. 5/4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. And 100 over 99 is the same as 1 and 1 over 99. So they all start with a 1, but what's the smallest fraction? Well, the 1 over 99. So 100 over 99 is the smallest. And then the 1/8 would be next, so we would be 9/8. And then the 5/4, and then the 3/2. And so there is your list from least to greatest. What about percentages? Percentages means we move 2 places to the left, so 0.25. How about the decimal 1/5? That's like 2/10. Well, 2/10 is 0.2, and then you have 0.3. So when you look at them like that and you're able to convert them in a similar way, it helps you understand. So the 1/5 is the smallest, and then after that is going to be the 25%, and then after that is going to be the 0.3. This one, 3 1/3, I'm going to leave that, but this one is 1 2/3. So obviously the 1 2/3 is smallest. But what about the square root of 7? I don't know what it is, but I do know that the square root of 4 is equal to 2. I know that the square root of 9 is equal to 3. So square root of 7 has to be somewhere between 2 and 3. So that tells me 5/3 is smallest because it starts with a 1. Square root of 7 is going to be next smallest because it starts with a 2. And then after that, we have the 3 1/3. So you can see in terms of ordering your decimals least to greatest, that's something that you can work on there. This next one says simplify the following using order of operations. Order of operations, we first start with our parentheses or grouping symbols. We then do our exponents. We then do multiplication and division left to right, and we do addition and subtraction left to right. That's our order. So I first look, my grouping symbols, they are right here. I do the addition, subtraction left to right. So 15 and 50 makes 65 minus 5 divided by 15. 65 minus 5 is 60 divided by 15. 60 divided by 15 is 4. This one, my grouping symbols, I have 10 plus 12 divided by 6. I move to my division. 10 plus 2, 12. Grouping symbols, 18 times 8 minus 6. Now, a lot of people would like to take 8 minus 6 because you get 2. But in fact, this says to take the 18 times 8. So that's what we need to do. 18 times 8. 64. Carry the 6. And I get 14. So 144 minus 6 is 138. That's my result. Let's try a couple that get a little bit more involved. I start with the innermost grouping symbols in each part. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. Plus 18 plus 7 is 25 times 4. Still have grouping symbols, so I have 2 plus 100, or 102. Here I have 22 plus 2 times 2. 22 plus 2 is 24 times 2. That gives me 48. And finally, grouping symbols first. Do we do division or multiplication? Some people say multiplication. Nope, you do them left to right. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Some people want to take the 6 plus the 4 to get the 10. Nope. You have to do 4 minus 6 plus 12. Now we do it left to right. 4 minus 6 is negative 2, plus 12 is, in fact, 10. And there you have it. So that's a review of ordering numbers and order of operations. You can go ahead and start your assignment.